I want to take this time really quick to say thank you to everybody that's come out and watched. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you. If you are watching this live, I appreciate you. If you're watching this retroactively or the VOD, thank you very much. If you enjoy the content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all the things below, and let's get into it. All right. Now on to the Zenless Zone Zero portion of this. Anytime games like this get get put online, like there are a lot of really cool artists out there, and stuff like this I feel like should be showcased. Anasa Krin on Twitter or X. We've got Chingy and Juyan. Pretty good artwork. But again, links for all this stuff will be in the description below. This is the big stuff though. If you have been following the game for any length of time, you'll know that this particular update, the Ridu Renovation Talk Volume 1, I guess is this kind of like their dev notes or updates for the game. This is huge because there are a lot of cool things in here. I'm not gonna go over it. Oh man, what I probably should have done was summarize this. But I'll go through and pick out some things. I will read some stuff, but it says, hi proxies, since the official release of Zenless Zone Zero, many enthusiastic proxies have been attracted to New Eridu to visit and explore. We would like to thank each and every proxy for their interest and support. As a creative team eager to showcase our unique style and content to every player, we're constantly thinking about how to shape the city of New Eridu and bring its daily life closer to everyone. Every time we see how the characters and the stories resonate with you and how eagerly you are waiting for more new content, we truly feel the city is becoming more real and alive. Throughout this journey, we've also realized that there are many areas in the game that need further refinement and optimization. We have received individual feedback from you, such as improving the connection between the HDD TV mode and combat experience, offering more diverse and challenging combat options, and optimizing some repetitive exploration experiences. In the first issue of the Ridu Renovation Talk, we'd love to discuss some of the main issues raised in your feedback and share our current plans for optimizing the game and future updates. All right, I won't do that. I won't take you all through that ride past that, but the big ones that stood out to me, they're doing some optimizations. They plan to implement in 1.1. They're going to be adding a manual chain attack mode that will be added to the lineup interface before entering battle. This mode, after stunning an enemy, their actions will not trigger our other agents' chain attacks. Additionally, a cancel combo attack function, a cancel chain attack combo function will be added to combat, allowing you to choose whether to use your main manual chain attack mode according to your preferences. I always thought, so this one's big to me because there are so many times where like the way it's set up, like as you play the game, you start to learn the rhythm of when the game will fire off those chain attacks. So they're easy to expect. But then sometimes I feel like, at least for me, you can end up in this cycle of like, you can't end up on the character you want to do the thing you want because you're waiting for the cycle to complete itself, which ideally in theory, or at least to me, that would tell me that, you know, going through that chain should give you optimal damage for whatever it is that you're doing in that moment. But sometimes I want to do things in a very specific order, like we have because this game is different from other Hoyoverse games in the sense that the ult is shared between all your characters when you're in combat instead of like each character having their own ult. I do kind of wish each character did, so that way if certain characters' ults gave you a buff or something, you could run this person's ult, go into this attack, pop this person's ult. But I think if you're hitting enemies enough, in theory, you should be able to do that. It's just the time between those things will take longer, I guess. But anyways, this just gives you more control. And I, you know, for some folks, the way that combat is set up right now should be perfectly fine. But this is really nice if you want to have more agency on how you approach combat. So this adds like it takes that skill ceiling that was already there and bumps it up even more. There are going to be people that are far more knowledgeable than I. Like I think about EO and some of the folks out there that will, like, they're chomping at the bit to get into this because they want to see how it's going to impact their rotations and approach to combat and stuff like that. So pretty cool. After unlocking a new agent, the Internet avatar will be automatically unlocked. This one's kind of neat. I don't mind the existing Internet avatars, but it would be cool to have something different because I feel like the selection is very tiny at the moment. I'm sure it'll grow over time, but yeah, this is just a small quality of life thing to make your account look different from other people's accounts, technically. The battle menu interface on mobile devices will allow you to customize the UI buttons. That's pretty big because I appreciate it for games like Weather and Waves that you can do that on mobile. They don't have controller support yet, or at least as far as I know, they don't have controller support yet. So being able to put the UI where I want it and then add the mappable buttons on the device that I'm using, that's very nice. But reset lineup features will be added. This is kind of nice because, like, I think about, I guess, Shiyu defense or even some of the other activities where you have, like, you're trying to account for whatever the buff is. So that will be nice. This is a big one. After reaching a certain Internet level, a feature that allows you to freely change the time will be unlocked. Yes, this one's big. Okay, so I struggle with, I don't mind that there's a day and night cycle or times of day like a Persona 5, or well, it's not Persona 5, but like that Persona style mechanic as like different points in the day. But it's the fact that, like, the way it's being utilized right now is there's specific things happening throughout the course of the day. And in some instances, like there was a mission with Ambi where I was supposed to meet her at a certain point of the day so we could watch a movie together. And like I had to do a bunch of activities, and then I started getting worried that if I did some activities and then backed out of these commissions that I was gonna skip the window in time to like meet up with her. So that's kind of nice. I appreciate that they're adding that into the game. Currently, you can only control Wise or Bell in the city instead of other agents you've obtained in the special program live streams of later versions. We will announce our current progress on future plans. Please stay tuned. Okay, so they're finally going to give us what we want, or at least hopefully. This gives me the impression that because I know a lot of people are like, I want to run around in the city as Nicole, or you know, the characters. That's the whole thing, right? Like I think about Honkai Star Rail and Genshin and all those other games that they've created, like where I've unlocked character, I'd like to run around as character. So hopefully that's what this means. That's what it sounds like. We will continuously optimize the interface interaction experience and the combat UI or combat the combat interface. Oh my god, the combat interface UI. All proxies are welcome to explore the game further and let us know your suggestions. Please add an exit button